Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Nicholas, but I think that there's only been one that's open, and so I don't think that's the case. In which case there needs to be a procedural motion to waive that condition.
I'll happily put the motion forward because there has only been one accessible one.
Molly's proposing that. Anyone willing to second it?
I can second it.
Thank you. Anyone want to speak against that? Okay, in which case we'll move to a vote. So again, I will launch the poll in a second. There we go, that's the wrong. Okay, so you should be able to see that, and I'll give you a few seconds to vote. Few more votes to come in. Okay, brilliant. Thanks to everyone who voted, and the results of that were 31 votes in favour, 1 against, 2 abstentions. So that's passed, and that condition is waived for all candidates. So yeah, again, this will be a 5-minute Hust. I'll put a message on the chat when there's 30 seconds left, as with all of them, if we reach that point. But yeah, whenever you're ready, Nicholas, take it away.
It would be an honor to become your new academic and student union liaison officer at Johns and continue to build on the work already done by the current St. John's SU representatives. After speaking with Luke about the work that he has done with the SU and as part of this role, I realized the importance that the role has in ensuring the voice of all Johnians is reflected in the SU in order to reflect the perspectives of the diverse demographics at Johns and how essential academic affairs are to the college. Despite the lack of academic events this year due to the pandemic, I genuinely believe that these academic events provide an opportunity for people to engage with new people in something academic beyond their degrees. They provide a chance for everyone in Johns and Cranmer to come together to discuss and compete with each other in a friendly and enjoyable manner in order to help build relations between the different groups in Johns and bring us closer together as one Johns community. If I am elected, I will ensure that these events are carried out as long as it is safe to do so, such as an ultimate academic quiz, to encourage people to extend their thinking beyond lecture theatres. As student union rep, I will seek to help people better understand what the student union is and how it actually works and functions by raising awareness during Freshers Week, having informal drop-in sessions, and allowing people to raise questions and concerns while providing them more information that will make the importance of the SU clear in order to get greater participation from those within Johns with regards to wider SU referendums. If I'm elected, I will make sure to continue an active and continued dialogue with those in Johns through polls to ensure that the perspective of all those in Johns are reflected in the SU. I chose to contest this position because I genuinely believe that a holistic and varied academic experience and an avenue to voice student opinions at a wider Durham level is vital to the overall student experience in Johns and in Durham. If I am elected, I promise to do my best to ensure that these aspects of student life are not neglected and that those within Johns can be exposed to more academic fun and knowledge about the SU in a relaxed and inviting way. Thank you.
Thanks, Nicholas. So we'll go to questions. So are there any questions of clarification about Nicholas's Hust or his manifesto? Any general questions which are applicable to both Nicholas and to Ron? Alice?
I think you kind of said, but could you expand on maybe what events you'd put on for academic purposes and maybe how you might adapt these if it were that we had another lockdown or we weren't able to meet up in person or things like that?
Thanks, Alice. I think that is quite a fun question. I mean, obviously, we have to work with what the situation is at that time. So, like I mentioned in my speech, we could have online academic quizzes that everyone could get involved in. I know previously there was events such as a Johns Cranmer University Challenge kind of quiz, which can also be held online if need be. But ideally, it would not be held online so that people come together. Obviously, more specific academic events, I am not too sure about right now, but I'm willing to work with the different groups in Johns, like maybe the feminist book club that Johns has to set up maybe a literature-based event that would expose more people to different like literary perspectives if they're interested to learn.
Thank you. Any more questions? Feel free to raise your hand or just unmute. If there is nothing else, thank you very much, Nicholas, for your host. And again, that'll be voted for online.